A lot of Disney was doing a lot of stuff with ducks back in, like Darkwing Duck and Ducktail. Well, Tailspin was, I think, was the bear and stuff. There's a lot of duck activity going on. Don't ask me why I'm thinking about that. Maybe because I was singing the anthem to DuckTales right before all of this started. I don't know why this continues to do this every fucking time. Excuse me. Let's see. So, welcome to the den. Hope that everybody is okay. Hope that things are going well. Let me see. I know I should have all this prepared. So anyway, today we're going to talk about all of the things that are taking place around, I guess you could say, the country, but I guess the world as well. Or some things haven't taken place, some things that will be taking place very soon. So one of those things being something extremely uncomfortable. One of those things being the upcoming eclipse, right? And let me see. Looking for something. Oh, there's something. So I kind of moved everything around on the dilly desk, and I don't know where shit is. But anyway, all right. Oh, that's probably why. Okay. Let's see what we have joining us. Let's talk about it. How are you doing this afternoon, ma'am? Time traveling Texan. Good to see you, sir. What's the motherfucking deal? And looking right on my end. Give me just okay. All right. It's showing up over here. For whatever reason, it's showing up. Okay. So a lot of strange things happening. A lot of people feeling like prophecies are being fulfilled. People feeling like there are going to be things taking place that maybe we haven't necessarily experienced before, right? It's an election year. Every election year, you have some sort of situation taking place, right? If it's not the election year, usually it is on the election year. We're very close to it to set things in motion, right? So today we're going to partially discuss. Now, the earthquake thing, Herbert, happened I heard that it happened, excuse me, in parts of New Jersey and parts of New York. Now, it's not an area where I roll. I'm not familiar, and I'm not sure if there were many casualties. And I don't honestly know how. Like, what is the Richter scale? See, I need to check that out. Find out what the Richter scale goes up to, right? So they said it was a 4.8. So I'm curious, like, how severe? The Richter scale, buddy. I don't know how high that is. Yeah, give me a website for it. So 4.8 on the Richter scale, the seismic monitor, if you will. And where does the scale go up to? I don't know if I see like this real time seismic map. I don't even know what this really means. I might have lost in some shit. And it looks like there's a lot going on in California, like right now. This is crazy that they keep track of all this stuff. I don't understand. Let me be honest. This is definitely not my field. I don't know what the fuck I'm even looking at right now. So I'm seeing another screen. Don't know what the fuck I'm looking at on this. Like, is this what Randy from South Park used to do all day? When he was like a geologist or some shit, just sit here looking at a bunch of circles on this map. I'm gonna be honest, This would be a fucking boring job. I'm sure it's of some importance when shit happens like in New York. Maybe to warn people. But good grief. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at, man. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Um so anyway, I don't know. Just look at Wikipedia. Maybe Wikipedia will give us a short and concise answer. Nope. Now this motherfucker is giving the Richter algorithm. All right, here we go. Okay. So it was light. All right. Well, New York, they be blowing everything out of proportion. Say word, son. Yo, big mad earthquake. Buildings falling down, B. So I've just learned something. Apparently, the Richter scale goes up to a 9.9, right? And so the scales are kind of basically like 1 to 1.9, 2 to 2.9. So whatever, I guess there are, numerical, the divide, I guess, numerically, duh. But I guess that number, then point whatever, that number 0.9 as far as it goes. Look, I'm not a seismologist, all right? But before I get into crazy shit, I don't know. All right, so you got a 1. Anything in a 1 is a micro. Anything in a 2 is minor. Anything in a 3 is slight. Anything in a 4 is light. Anything in a 5 is considered moderate. 6 is strong. 7 major. 8 great. 9 is an extreme, right? So on a 4, it says notable shaking of indoor objects and rattling noises felt by most people in the affected area. Slightly felt outside. Generally causes 0 to minimal damage. Moderate to significant damage is very unlikely. Some objects may fall off shelves and be knocked over. Cool. Good to know. So New York, New Jersey had a minor low earthquake. It wasn't a big deal. And I don't know if again, I hope there weren't any cats. Probably somebody might have dropped something on their head they had put up in a bad spot. Was it 1 to 10? Oh, my bad. I need to be reading the damn the damn thing. And so, yeah, that's cool, I guess. But honestly, it really wasn't an earthquake. It was those rats chewing them in fucking underground tunnels, fucking up the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Making it difficult, or making it weaken in the foundation, so shit starts crumbling. Anyway, so now that we got that out of the way, because that's not really a major thing, right? And I'm not saying, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't want New York to fall off. California, most of California could probably fall off the map. But we'll get to that later. I was supposed to do that yesterday. I was too tired to do a secondary den. I was not of the ilk. So, but I have to remember my theory why Florida is not part of the South. But anywho, I wanted to talk about the eclipse, right? Because I've seen a lot of people making a very big fuss about it. And honestly, I didn't really want to talk about the eclipse, but I felt like, what if I'm wrong? Like, because I don't think nothing major is going to happen. But what if I'm wrong, right? Like, what if I'm really, really wrong? What if it's like the last den ever? And it is like a major outage and everybody goes crazy. So I figured, fuck it, why not address it? Kind of hedge my bets a little bit, you feel me? So there's that. Now, personally, like I said, I don't believe that there's going to be a big thing. I don't think there's going to be a huge. I don't think there's going to be a huge fallout from it. I have a kettle corn addiction. Okay, don't judge me. It's a bad habit I've picked up recently. I'm gonna kick the habit this weekend. Getting off the telephone. But so I don't think anything major crazy is gonna happen. I don't think anything off the wall is gonna happen. But I don't leave it out of the realm of possibility, right? Because as we've come to see in this world, anything is possible. You're starting to see police departments, various state governments. You're seeing a variety of people posting these warnings out. If I can get this popcorn out of my hand, I'll pull one up. You know, I try to use alternative search engines because, like, the big Google machine has us all hooked in. But my problem is I need a certain information. I need it a certain way quickly. And some of these other search engines, I hate it. They just don't fucking do the job. And then I have to go back to fucking Googling shit. It just knows better. I tried, right? I tried to fight the good fight, but convenience sometimes convenience just fucking win. Yep. You said I'm not in the privacy, but it's going through like 5 times. Hmm. Yeah, Google definitely does that. I think that's another reason I don't like it. Like they won't share you certain results, right? You start putting stuff in, you know how they'll kind of finish the word for you. They'll deliberately hide those. But what also has to be concerning is because NASA is shooting like a missile or something at the eclipse. Of course, they're not going to hit it to take some kind of readings or whatever. But what about this? This means something like when the government is moving a certain kind of way, government agencies are moving a certain kind of way and conducting these special tests. Like I don't think they do. Let's just like see if anything happens. Let's just waste a bunch of millions of dollars of taxpayer money to see if anything happens. There's a reason, right? There's a foundation behind these actions. But let's see. Let's see the list of Newsweek. Is it news this week? Start talking. Oh, that's funny. It says several solar eclipse warnings and closures have been issued. I read that backwards. In the weeks leading up to the astronomical phenomenon, impacting the everyday lives of people who live and work in the areas along the path of totality. April 8th, the moon will be positioned so that the entire disk of the sun will be blocked by it. Right? The phenomenon will be visible in several U.S. states, plunging millions of people into darkness during the early afternoon. The path of totality, which is an interesting name, right, will start in Mexico, extend across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine before heading over the North Atlantic. The spectacle is expected to draw crowds from around the country as people head to the cities and towns on the path to totality to witness the eclipse. Officials have voiced concern about the stretched public safety resources and enormous strain on local hospitals and congested roadways. Hundreds of schools have announced closure during the solar eclipse or opted for e-learning days, citing student safety. Some schools still have solar eclipse activities planned despite their closure, including Hayes County. We don't care about that. Food, medicine, gas. At least 4 states have urged residents to stock up on groceries and gas and to fill medical prescriptions in the days leading up to the eclipse, as traffic is expected to overwhelm local roads and could make accessing grocery stores and pharmacies difficult. See, we don't have a problem with Californians as it is. You know, all kind of weird kind of town people gonna be coming to come. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's cool. I think it's nifty to see something you don't see often. Or maybe because I guess I'm in the the path of totality, I'm not cool. I can just go outside and look at it. If I look at, I don't know. Should you look at an eclipse? I know they say get these special glasses, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, what if they make you wear the glasses so you don't get your superpowers? Like, what if you look directly at the solar eclipse and all of a sudden you just like, you're the shit? What if that's the thing? Like, it's really rare. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it has to be something going on. Like, 'cause, again, I'm not a seismologist. I'm not a Scientologist. I don't even know a cosmologist, right? But I like to keep my thinking options open, right? Now, the comment, I don't think I've seen that. I'll have to look up and see what happened. It might be bad superpower. That's just the Houston comments. Let's bring them back. Well, yeah. So I'm seeing all these people saying, state of emergency, but it not might not be so much based on some event happening and knocking out all the power, but it looks like that some of these places are expecting so many more people to come on to watch the eclipse. But like, I don't understand. Like, I wouldn't leave where I was from. I was like, watch a video. At this point, we watch a video on it. But I hurt my fucking neck. And now I'm depressed eating because it fucking hurts like hell. Anyway, hell, like hell today ain't shouldn't you eat every day. But is it that important to see? Like, I understand maybe it's a really rare occurrence. Maybe you want to take your kids to go see it. Hey, let's just check out this cool memory. You want to get out, escapes to get out of our little crazy town. But I don't think. What's up, Manny? What's the motherfucking deal? Like, I don't think. Pardon my crops. I don't think that an eclipse is interesting enough to go fucking see. Like, to leave, to like, let's pack our bags, let's get our clothes together. I'm gonna get on the road to go look at an eclipse. And then the likelihood is you're not even gonna make the hotel. You're on the street somewhere. Let's look at there, it's happening. Yeah, you know. And so my deal is like, I don't understand what the big deal. I guess you want to document, you want to say I saw it. Like, I understand. But to be leaving to the point where you're expecting people, so many people to leave. Now these other states are getting congestion that you expect resources to be low. I feel like it could possibly be a cover up for something else. I don't think that many people are out and about. Like, something else is going on. Because I mean, I don't know anybody who's that excited. But again, I can talk to that many people. I live in Texas. I live in the path of totality, apparently. Right? So we don't care. We're like, oh, we're going to see it. But I can't imagine somebody who's in a state, unless you live like maybe a few miles from the border or something. Like, fuck it, let me just drive over. Maybe have an alternative reason to go. But I cannot see somebody really wanting to set a date or a vacation around a fucking solar eclipse. Right? It doesn't. What's the motherfucking deal, Chopper Slim? You tell you I had an earthquake today. Was you ever talking about the 4.8? What was that experience like? Now, me myself, I've never been in an earthquake. I don't care to be. Right? I like things to be where I put them. I like them to stay that way. I want some barbecue. I had a barbecue craving all of a sudden. Right? We should barbecue for the eclipse. Now that's something I'll do. I would definitely go to an eclipse barbecue. right? Now that I would definitely love to check out. But see, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's so panicked out now about everything. They got everybody on. When are they gonna bring that thing back? Do they still have that? The terror alerts. Remember, like when it used to be this, we're on orange alert today. We're on yellow alerts, or like it would just be a thing, and then nothing would happen like every day. They do that shit to get people riled up and hyped up. It's gonna be a terror. Today is from yellow to orange, but ain't shit happen. We probably terrorized some people, but like nothing happened in America. That was the thing. People checking up on that shit every day. Like that's how they get you. That's how they get you. You need to tune in to the that terror alert was a scam. Yeah, so that's the thing. You know, I know people have started. A lot of people say a lot of things. There's gonna be the day they use the aliens to come down, and the Great Deception. Thing is, we're already in the Great Deception. Why? I gotta figure out why. I just wasn't doing this in the sauce. We've been doing this in the. There's something I got in the fucking den that's on that's causing this shit to drop frames like it is. Um, HEB about to hit record sales. You know what I'm saying? Ben Joe, what's the motherfucking deal? But I mean, it's just like it's a crazy fucking thing because why, why would an eclipse cause a state of emergency? And you're planning this shit for weeks out. Like, what information told you that people are going to be flooding into these locations, hogging and using up resources? The aliens already been here. I'm pretty sure I'm friends with a couple of them. If the aliens are here, right? If the aliens are already here, where do you think the highest concentration of aliens would be? Right? Like, do you think that they would be in the major cities, or would they be like in a country place? Because I feel like in a major city, like their chances of getting exposed. I don't know what their methods of you know disguise are, but I feel like in the country, you could get away with a lot. You can like pull your spaceship up, just throw a tarp over it. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with your shit. Mm-hmm. Until the email was sent. Oh, really? I don't even look into that. But I mean, I believe it though, right? Because I understand technology, and you study this, you figure some of this shit just don't make sense to me. Like we had some astronomical leaps somewhere after the Industrial Revolution. It's like I don't feel like we were on that path. Like I don't. We got some other shit going on. That remote technology is very interesting. Like I don't know, things just the new mayor. I heard that shit. Houston is broke. That is terrible. So what are you going to do? Are you going to vote to increase taxes, or are you going to say no, and all the necessary services that you use are going to be cut? See what has happened. What has happened? What has happened is that that's what the mayor came out and said like a couple of weeks ago. He's like Houston is broke. They ain't got no money. He said the last mayor gave too many niggas a day. To too many niggas that wasn't even from Houston. But no, seriously, he came out. I got crumbs all over my face. But yeah, he's talking about so he's going to be on the ballot for an increase in taxes, right? No, this is the most ghetto shit. I should be ashamed of myself, but it's Friday and I'm not. No, they just got rid of the black guy. I don't even know the new guy's name. Whitmore, something like that. He ain't been in long enough for me to remember the name. So pause. Thanks for J Mail and people like J Mail for ruining Things I have to say from this point forward. Yep. Well, whatever was going on last with the last guy, I know he was giving interns money or some shit like that. So I don't want to know at that point. Let me see. All right. So we kind of examined the seismic monitor. We're talking about eclipses and possible outcomes. Michelle's here. Hello, Michelle. How are you? I'm not even going to share all the thoughts that I have in my head. Sometimes it's just better not to say anything. So let me see. Is this a thing that I can do? No, I wonder why I won't. Hmm. All right. Anyway, well, that's good to know. I'm glad that you're okay. Um, yeah, like, if you were an alien, like, would it make sense? I mean, because you got probably maybe, I guess it depends on what your mission is, right? So if you come down here to like study human beings, then maybe you go to the city. Oh, we got to go both. We got to do both of them. We want to get a true idea. Because I think people living in cities are crazy people. I think they're terrible ideas. And then I guess you go study the country. We got people that are crazy out there too. Hmm, that's interesting. 4.8 earthquake, 4.8. Hmm, 4 plus 8 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 in the numerology. All right, I'm a little bit lit. I just start candy from nowhere. But, oh, wow. Hmm. They're gathering resources? Yeah, 'cause I mean, think about it. What would an alien race really learn from studying human beings? We have to be like on the low end of the totem pole. We definitely have to be. We cannot be, when it comes to overall space societies. I believe there are other societies out there, right? Other space societies, right? In the Intergalactic Federation. There's a theory that this exists. And some people believe that, this really exists. That there is an intergalactic federation, but they won't let us in because Earth is too stupid. Right? This is a belief. And I can see that. I can see it. Like, we definitely have not evolved very much. Right? I don't believe that we're doing some of the most primitive shit. We got all the technology in the world, and we still do some of the most primitive fucking shit. But it was funny. It was very extremely fucking fun. All right. So, know what I didn't do this week? What I did not do this week. Let me check something out. I did have some stuff from earlier. I wanted to talk about the two-headed chick that got married. And I kind of wanted to do a whole stream on it, but I shouldn't. I feel like I really should not dedicate a whole stream to it. How would AI compare to aliens? I think the aliens got the AI beat. Right? Because the AI only has human knowledge, right? It's only going to operate on a human influence level. The aliens got this super capacity shit going on. Um, a two-headed chick is not politically correct. Well, these two chicks who share one body, is that is that better? Is that more accurate? Mm. Here's my thing. I believe if the aliens were hostile, they'd have took us out already. Like, what can we do? They might be, they might be bullying them. Like, look, motherfucker, this is what y'all gonna do, or we will set it off. But we would serve them no purpose. Like, what benefit could we be to an alien? Right? I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting tempted. Getting pizza tempted over here. Um, Let me just. So oh shit! I know what's going on here. So this is what I do, right? I don't pay for like Dash Pass or any of that stuff. I don't necessarily use that shit that often. You know, being a dasher myself. But if they offer it to you for free and give you like a free month, I'll do it. But I prefer Uber Eats over DoorDash, right? I think less people use Uber Eats, number one. So I feel like it gets there faster, right? And Uber generally has like better deals. So what seems to happen is about every third month or so they give me like a free month because I just stop using it after it's done. Oh yeah, you come on back, we'll give you a free month, and I'll take it, and then I'll cancel it because I'm more than willing to use it while I have it. But I have absolutely no problem not needing the service when I don't, right? But you have to take advantage of that. So the two-headed chick, Heidi's here. Uh, Somebody said that nothing even happened to an earthquake. Somebody said that you're still in what do they call it? Stolen earthquake valor over there. So the dude, man, I feel really bad, right? Because I ordered, and again, I was expecting DoorDash level of customer service, and I saw the young gentleman on the photo. I was like, look at this Negro. Then I judged him, and I didn't have the phone in my hand. It really wasn't that long. And I assumed that, the transaction was going to go one way. Didn't matter. I tipped regardless. But he actually turned out to be a very nice young gentleman. And I felt bad for judging him by his profile picture. I'm lying. I didn't feel bad for judging him at all. I was just, damn, I was wrong about that one. I thought that was for sure going to be a nigga. But yeah, I feel like you get better service overall with Uber Eats for whatever reason, right? Because DoorDash be trying to rush people. They try to put a timer on you. And they try to do all that extra shit, right? Uber Eats seems to be more laid back. And to me, if you're a user of the Uber Eats, you get better service. And I think that if you're a driver for the Uber Eats, you get overall better um, orders. Just you don't get as many. I think so many other people are just so used to using DoorDash. Uh, oh, let's say you do it free. All you got to do is go on there. Go on like if you've never used it or if you haven't used it in the last couple of months, just go and just make sure to fucking delete it or like get a virtual credit card. Just use like a virtual prepaid credit card or whatever, so that way they can't keep charging your shit. Uh, and fucking what's the motherfucking deal, Jordan? If I didn't shout you out, my bad if I didn't. Yeah, it's a free month, and then say fuck it. right? Because I'm more than willing. Because here's the thing: Uber Eats always has like real good deals for like so much off of shit. And so with that so much off shit, uh, um, it makes it like worthwhile. It really makes it worth doing it. Y'all understand how cheap I have to be, right? Like I feel defeated if I do not come out with what I feel like is a deal. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I have to like I don't this hat should be much smaller if you get my drift. The way that I operate when trying when trying to secure a deal is on the level of the tiniest of hats. No, but see that's the thing. Once you get the Uber One little monthly thing, they waive the delivery fees, right? And then you they waive the delivery fees, and then once like they'll give you like a deal with like so like say your food will be like 40% off, or some type of buy one get one free type deal, or some type of shit. And so tipping that extra couple of bucks is not so bad as to what you normally would have paid in delivery fees and tipping and then the regular cost of food. So that's why I say I'll use the free month, but I'll only get shit that has like some type of worthwhile deal to it, right? I have to I have to ultimately win with a cheaper outcome than I would have had by actually getting up and going into the store myself, right? And I know that sometimes the prices are marked up, but sometimes you catch them slipping. When you catch them slipping, you do a little extra tipping. No, but you stay in the boonies, right? Heidi, tell us about your horrifying earthquake experience. Uh, I won. I beat the system, Heidi. And it's super funny because usually I'm ordering from a Indian food place. So that's the other humorous thing about it because it's actually a pretty good little Indian food spot, and they do like usually do a buy one get one, and it's not that much, so it's a fucking win. Oh, let me rate. So now then I feel superior because I get to rate people, right? I get to judge people. How was that gentleman, sir? It was, I won't say it was terrible. I will give him the thumbs up. Okay. Yes, yes. How was the food quality? It was okay. I shall not review. I don't understand how people got like all super hyped up being Yelp reviewers that they felt like they were super special. Yeah, it was really an earthquake. Yeah, I won. I definitely won. Actually, I overrate everything. Right? I'm super nice, motherfucker, because I get it. Like unless you just really did something outrageous and fucked the food up, or if you look like you have extremely questionable hygiene issues, the bag looks terrible, then maybe. But you know, oh yeah, the small hats, and I forgot about the red heifer, and I don't even know what the fuck that means, but it sounds terrible. But they said they haven't done this shit in so long, and all of a sudden now, oh, there we go. Oh, hold up, dog. They got that tikka masala, dog. I've been watching Martin since they put it back on. They put it back on Netflix, and it's still just as funny as it ever was. It's still one of the greatest shows of all time. Like I've been having. I just watched the Hitman Hearns one, and I've been just kind of skipping around. I ain't been watching it in order, but I mean, you really can't miss. But been watching some of my favorites. Hitman Hearn was one of my favorites. When he fucking went to court for running that fucking stop sign, that was one of the fucking best Martin episodes. People don't forget about that one sometimes. That bit was funny to me, motherfucker. Like Martin didn't get his just deserved due for what he did because Martin made a sitcom and a sketch comedy show, right? All in one, and it made sense because yeah, a lot of it was about him and Gina and all that, but all those little throwed off extra character moments when Jerome in the stove or Don't You Know No Good. What was it? Was that Elroy Jenkins? I can't remember if that was his name. You know, Roscoe motherfucking ass or Shanae, and they just be in their little throwed off locations. And it really didn't have much to do a lot of times with what was going on. Every now and then the character would get like a fucking, I wouldn't say a feature role, but they would really get a chance to shine. You know what I'm saying? And I see they have gone up a little bit. Let me see. That's not the thing I like anyway. But it's the chicken biryani. I thought they had the fucking tikka masala deal going on. I don't know if I'm fancying that. That shit's spicy though. I'm not gonna lie, it's very spicy. Broderick, the lovely Miss K Grace, matriarch of the den. Good to see you. Everybody, Heidi survived the earthquake, so she's still with us, unfortunately. You know we love you, Heidi. You keep fighting the good fight. That was Roscoe, the snotty nosed kid. And Living in Color was great, but you couldn't bring in Living Color back now. You could bring Martin back now for the most part, except the character that Tommy's dead, and I want to say that someone else is gone from Martin. But you can't really do it without Tommy. If he was alive, you could bring it back. In Living Color, you wouldn't be able to do Homie Don't Play That. They'd be thinking that you I saw somebody hit somebody with a sock the other day. I don't know what was in the sock. There was two chicks fighting, and then another chick jumped in, and so this dude like wielded this medieval sock of nickels or something and clocked that bitch good with that shit. Like no jumping in. Boop. And I didn't know if he was the good guy or the bad guy, right? Because it's chicks fighting. It's a one on one. This random bitch comes and gets to jump in. And he just bloop. Or he kind of pulled it out of nowhere. It was concealed weapon. He just pulled that bitch out and this bloop, and it was fucking. It was rocks. Yeah, it could have been rocks. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, it probably was rocks. But yeah, you fucking couldn't do Hope We Don't Play That. You wouldn't be able to do Men on Film, which was the funniest shit. Hated it. Like, you would get canceled for doing Men on Film these days. And it was funny. Or what would happen is they would want men on film to be actual members of the community, and it wouldn't be funny. It wouldn't be funny because that was part of the thing that made it so fucking humorous. Konnichiwa. All right. All right. Stanford and Son. Oh, fucking yeah! Like some you, some shows you probably could. Let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about that. I've been wanting to talk about this for a couple of days because I didn't dive into it. I hadn't watched it. I refused to watch it, honestly. But have you guys seen what they're doing with the new Good Times? Good Times is now a cartoon, right? And it's the grandson of James Evans. Now, one thing, if y'all didn't know, that Florida Evans was the bad guy in Good Times. He wasn't the white man, right? It was not. So I don't think people realized it. So yeah, there's a theory going around, right? That Florida Evans was the bad guy. But anyway, the Good Times is cartoon. It's like super ghetto shit. Kids are they still in the projects? You know, I don't know if he's a taxi cab driver, but it's produced by Seth MacFarlane, right? And this is the guy who does like Family Guy and shit. Stephen Curry, which what does this nigga know about anything Good Times related? This nigga was too light to watch Good Times. And somebody else, I forgot the other guy's name. The actual I want to say creator of Good Times, right? And I want to say, did he pass away? Well, so they talked to the cast about it, and the cast was like, man, they didn't think it was going to be like that. They probably want to say the shit fucking sucks. It's the most disrespectful shit, right? Like, to what was a classic. It's like, that's what I say, when niggas don't realize when they being made fun of in their fucking face. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to crack jokes, but they don't realize, like, you're participating in your own fucking joke. Uh, yeah. So, here's the theories that they were saying that Florida was a bad mom. So James was working at the car wash, was getting paid in pizza crust. And he had a job that he could have took on the Alaskan pipeline, which was like $12 an hour back in 1974. But she didn't want him to go because she was talking about he was gonna start fucking with Eskimo hoes, and Michael was gonna join the gang without a father figure, right? I don't know whoever wrote this. I gotta read it like to save y'all from the niggatry of where I've located this article. I know that there's a better one. I don't even want to tell y'all the source of it, but you know, I'm trying not to say the shit I be saying. Uh, yeah, it's fucked up. They fucked it up already. Just like if you look up the fuck it, we're gonna react to. We can pull up the thing maybe here in a minute. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, the time that James found the money at the grocery store and wanted to keep a little, she made him give it back. Let's see. Yeah, she anytime something was going on, basically, she was hating. Right, and which one kind of want to put up the black Jesus? She told him no, put the white Jesus back up. I think there was a time they was going to actually move up out the projects. Now they mad with Charlamagne. Good, fuck Charlamagne. But anyway, she was, she was definitely. Eskimo hoes are actually. I believe it. Because like in Alaska, it's very, very few women. I feel like if you're a partial pimp, right? Like if you're a part-time pimp, right? I don't know if you want to go to jail in Alaska, but I don't think they tripping because I'm pretty sure they're like, fuck it, we can let this shit slide. There's not enough hoes. We need niggas to stay out here as much as we can. If you're just like a partially practical pimp, you got to convince your bitch to go to Alaska. You gonna make a fucking killing. You know what I mean? Like you would have to. You want to find out why every possible thing go wrong, Ashley? Yeah, she definitely did that. She was not. See, that's why they got. That's why we need more single black women. 'Cause those are the strong and independent ones. They know they gonna figure out and go get the money. Those married black women apparently they're not strong and independent enough. She was too goddamn clingy. Didn't let people get out and go get the fucking money. This is where we at. This is where we are, right? So yeah, they might as well go ahead and do the whole thing. You got a Good Times cartoon, do a Jefferson's cartoon, do a Sanford and Son cartoon. Go ahead and do all them shits. And just make a whole damn clusterfuck out of the whole thing. Oh shit, hold on. I'm really, really tempted to get this chicken biryani. But again, this is where we are. So, mm, hmm. Hmm. That's too good of a deal to pass up. I'll have to prey on a small business. But again, yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Like at every anything that was decent at some point in time, that you would even consider somewhat type of black culture classic, niggas get a hold of it and fuck it up. Like, who thought giving a reboot to Good Times was a good idea? Right? You know what I mean? Yes, Michelle, you over there grilling the man. You just you the interrogator. He shared a nice, valuable, maybe more valuable to some than valuable, depending on if you're a traveler, valuable piece of information. And you start questioning for a social security number, is background check, verifying shit. I mean, good grief. But yeah, curiosity killed the cat, right? But again, so like I say, it's a wild world, right? If the aliens want to come and take it over on the eighth, I'm actually not opposed to it. You know, what I mean, I'm not opposed to it because at this point, once you're doing the remakes a good time and they're terrible, because they are awful. So, and I mean, what do you have to look forward to? Obviously, these motherfuckers can't remake. They're making another Bad Boys. Like the last Bad Boys was just okay. Like the last Bad Boys, I guess the third one had to be made just to make it a trilogy, just because it was something that just should have been a trilogy, right? Not that it was even a great storyline to three, right? That's what I'm saying. The last one was not good, and they sold is fucking crazy. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but you're probably not going to watch it if you ain't watched it at this point. Like, why would you? You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't good. So I'm on the premise of like, what the fuck can you make a four about? Like, what can you do at this point? And now I think it's the chief was his name's getting brought up that he was helping traffic drugs, and now the chief is helping him from beyond the grave. Like it's they're so out of fucking idea. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. They're so out of ideas. They're so fucking. But we keep watching this shit. But you know why? Because we're out of fucking ideas. Because we're out of ways to entertain ourselves. We need to go back to reading more books. We got too much of this fucking phone in our hands. We do too much. You don't watch enough Den Show. You can always watch more Den Show. But anything else, too much of it. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like there is not. Good grief, people can't fucking read. Um, yeah, Blickety. Let me go ahead and do that. Um, trying to make sure everything added up evenly. But yeah, so my whole deal is just like, man, look. Oh, no. Decimal places are important, very important. Um, I apologize. I should be doing better than what I'm doing. All right, so but yeah, they've run out of ideas. They've run out of options. And the thing is not that they run out of ideas because there's great ideas produced all the time. Like you can you can fuck around and find like people who are doing different shows and web series or whatever you want to call them, and they're good and they're entertaining, right? It's that Hollywood is afraid of losing money, so they want a sure thing. They want something that they feel like they're going to get, a return on, something that's going to provide them, and so they're afraid to take any risk, right? And that's the thing. Once you become so big of a machine that you're afraid to take any risk, anybody who's up and coming, young with a good idea, you ain't got to be young, just creative, something, an original story. We need to get back to good stories, right? That's why I like to watch old westerns. That's why I like to watch older movies when I have time to watch movies, because they didn't rely solely on the special effects. They did not rely solely on, just CGI. They didn't use, it was about, you had to have a good story. And don't get me wrong. I like my everyday off the wall. What's up, Broderick? You're still a terrible person. I like the action, right? I can watch it. I think people like a good action movie more than anything, right? A non-political, just action movie. You know what I'm saying? Like just a good action. Just yeah. You can go through the motherfucker, beat everybody, fight everybody. Doesn't have to be all that. Doesn't have to be like you don't have to give a whole backstory. And the acting can be kind of piss poor as long as the fighting is good, right? You know what I mean? Exactly. Like as long as you're not pushing well. I don't look if the movie starts talking about the patriarchy, I start tuning the fuck out. I can like I don't want to hear political shit. You know who's still making relatively decent movies, and it sounds crazy. Who's been making Sylvester Stallone's still been making decent movies, right? Who else? Jason Statham had a movie recently. The Beekeeper, right? Good movie. Logical? Fuck no. Sensible? Highly impossible. Probably not ever, 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 ever going. No, it wouldn't. Not even probably not ever. It would never fucking happen. But, but the butt dance, if you know what I'm talking about. Like the fucking movie is entertaining, very entertaining. I will watch. Well, not the Ip Man. I watched all the Ip Mans. They got some. They got like some bootleg. They got some like dollar store Ip Man movies. I don't know if they in the real. They're not in the real Ip Man Ip verse, right? IP man, Internet Protocol man. But yeah, it's a lot of. It's a lot of. I'll watch some action shit. I'll watch a western. These motherfuckers ride across the desert for fucking half the fucking movie. I'm like, yep. And westerns used to be great because they got it done without overdoing the dialogue, right? That was an odd call. They calling from fucking Garden City, New York. I don't even know anybody in Garden City. Huh. I didn't even know there was a Garden City, New York. I didn't know there was gardens in New York. Interesting. But yeah, westerns do it without talking too much, right? A good western allows you to think and kind of put it together as it's going on, and it just you flow with it. Then you have a couple of good gunfights. You know what I mean? And depending on the outcome, yeah, your nays. A lot of good westerns. Was Once Upon a Time in the West, Shane, High Noon. What's the whatchamacallit series? Good, the Bad, and Ugly for a few dollars more. I think Fistful of Dollars. Um, yeah, man, like it's a lot of fucking good movies. It's a lot of great like, and I know it's a bunch I'm missing, but it's like Ridiculous Six. I don't think I've seen The Searchers. The spaghetti western. Why do they call them spaghetti westerns? Is that like you eat spaghetti while you just you think about the old west? Like I've heard that term, but I never knew what it meant. Like where it originated. A good old spaghetti western. Oh, that makes so much fun. Thank you, Lamar. I appreciate that. I learned something today. I feel like it's been a good day. You learned something new. Hmm. Uh, I appreciate you gentlemen sharing that information with me. I'm not talking to you, Michelle. You're a bad influence. But but yeah, man, like westerns are great. You got to be careful with niggas and westerns though. Young Guns. Ever seen Young Guns? I've seen Tombstone. I don't think I've seen Young Gun. I gotta see. Yeah, them motherfuckers. I want to say he was behind Once Upon a Time in the West, right? If I'm not mistaken. See, that's my thing. Like, I'll be knowing shit, but I don't. I like little fun facts. I don't know how much I deep dive into shit. I've come to realize that. Like, uh, but niggas and westerns, right? You got to be careful with niggas and westerns because you know whatchamacallit made that one. What's that one? What? You missing out on the westerns. Westerns and karate go hand in hand. But I'm Tomahawk, see, I'm gonna jot some of these down. I know it's a bunch I ain't seen. I need to watch a good western. All this modern shit is pissing me off. Django. Niggas in talking about the one, not Django, but what's the one that just came out not that long ago with old butt Jonathan Majors? Was it Jonathan Majors? I'm gonna tell you if the harder they fall, yeah, that one. You gotta be careful with niggas, 'cause, you know, niggas don't their comprehension don't be right. I had niggas try to tell me this was a true story. And then you fuck around, turn around, watch Bass Reeves Lawman is a good show. Oh, I fuck with anime too. I gotta catch up. I'm look, I'm behind. I gotta finish Attack on Titan. Like I'm in the last little arc of it. Then I went through some shit and I didn't watch it. Too many old ties to some shit. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm ready to watch it. I'm ready to clear all these old demons out of my life. I need to finish up Attack on Titan. I started that. Tenny put me on that Jujutsu Kaisen, and I started. It's pretty cool. I haven't got deep off into it. I think I need to renew my country. Man, I paid for Crunchyroll for like 3 or 4 months and didn't watch none of the shit. Then I had like a free 3 months, and then I got paid for another 3 months. I didn't watch anything. I actually have gone back and been watching Death Note over again. Um, no, the original topic was eclipses, earthquakes, and niggas named Broderick worrying about the wrong shit. It's a Friday. It's my day. Man, I fuck with all of. Here's the thing about anime, right? And I've never Naruto, Boruto, none of them. I ain't got into. I know a lot of people talk about. So I'm gonna want One Piece. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not even gonna entertain it. Y'all, these motherfuckers talking about this shit got thousands of episodes and shit. I ain't got time for that. I need to go back through the Dragon Ball arcs because I know certain art, but I have not watched them all the way through. Um, Let me see. Okay, okay, cool. Let's see. The Shogun Assassin. See, I used to see some shit when I was young, right? Um, what was it called, man? It was the big robots. It was the big robots. Hell on Wheels. I heard about that one. I didn't watch. That was like the show though, right? I need to finish up fucking what's the shit? I can't even remember Yellowstone. So I get into the 1988s and 57s and whatever the fuck they got going on. But yeah, I've been going back watching Death Note over again. Death Note was good. Gundam, Gundam, That's the one. Like Gundam, I used to see that shit halfway, but I never watched it. Right, but I said I know a lot of people said that Gundam was good. Uh, what was Sailor Moon? Sailor Moon used to fucking come on in the morning, and I would fall asleep on the TV and be hearing that shit. It was so great. And I know the song, something something by moonlight. I think when in love by daylight. Something. So I don't remember the rest of it. We are the one named Sailor Moon. Um, let me see. Uh, I already mentioned. Continue on the journey. Good to see you. Yeah, they had a. I remember because the shit would come on like all every morning when I'd be waking up and I would hear that shit. It was crazy though. And what was it was like some other sailor, some other shit. Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Pluto, or some shit. Um, y'all don't know nothing about Blinky Bill though. That wasn't anime. That was just some Australian shit. Um, that's the end of the world. We singing the Sailor Moon song. The blue hair one. Hey, look, them sailor hoes was fine, baby. But yeah, man, like good shows, and that's why I like anime. I know you say anime is too dramatic. Let's talk about it. But, but that's what makes them so good. This is what makes anime so good is because there's certain things that you can create in an anime, like an emotional effect through drawing by maybe overemphasizing something. Because it's a particular scene that stands out to me on um, on Death Note, right? And it's when he gets to fucking writing these names in this fucking notebook. But he does it with like such a. It's just like he's whipping it. You see all this, like it's almost like the motherfucker slashing the sword. But it's like you could not create that effect in a live action, right? Yeah, maybe you could put some little something in there, some little back special effects, some little glimmers and shines, but it just is not the same. It's hard to explain. I have to actually show the scene. But the way that they draw, it's almost like he's whipping this fucking paper with this fucking pen, and it's you feel the intensity, right? The intensity in which he's trying to do whatever the fuck he's doing. And Eastbound and Down is fucking great. Eastbound and Down is great. What's the Mighty Gemstones? If y'all haven't, I need to catch up on that. That's what the fuck I need to catch up on the Mighty Gemstones. If you have not watched if you not have not watched a tragic comedy with Danny McBride in it, you are missing out on great television. You are miss. Danny McBride is one of the most underrated. The Righteous Gemstones. That's what it is. Righteous Gemstones. Oh, the Danny McBride is one of the most underrated fucking actors out there because his characters are intense. That motherfucker is a. If these are his stories or he's the producer, man. Look, got to give him his flowers. That motherfucker is hilarious. Vice Principals was good. I did. I watched Vice Principals too. Vice Principals was good. That shit is fucking crazy. That motherfucker's crazy. Like he's got some fucking good shows, man. You said I got a cool story about Danny McBride. You have to tell me. I would definitely like to hear that. I'll put some Tiger Bomb on this jump's nuts. Yeah, fucking love Eastbound and Down. That's what I'm saying. Like it's he tells these stories of these people, the forgotten people of society, and it's fucking hilarious. And he brings his little buddies along. Nickelodeon. Let's talk about that, right? I'm gonna look something up. I'm gonna look something up, right? Let me see. Because they say that The address on SpongeBob's license is the same address as an event on the island, right? Okay. I had to Google it for myself. I didn't see it. I don't believe it. Well, I believe it. I wanted to believe it, but not really. Oh, Heidi, when did you get here? How you doing? So, yeah, all these theories are going around, all the crazy stuff because they say that the Nickelodeon logo, and that's why I went on this tangent. The Nickelodeon logo is in the same shape as the island. I don't know if any of these things are facts, right? But when things happen, people like to tie a lot of stuff together. That's why I say I wasn't really a Nickelodeon kid, right? I probably watched a lot more Cartoon Network, shit like that. If I did, I watched before because I want to say this was even before Cartoon Network became a thing. Definitely watching too much Adult Swim when it became a thing. Um, but yeah, I don't think I was a big Nickelodeon kid. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, yeah, I mean, the college, yeah, fucking cable. What cable? Let's get you on something. Get ready. All right, that's a bet. Shout out to you, Mitch. Um, I used to watch that Muppet Show with that little chef though, the chef who couldn't talk. He just be making noise, doing all that crazy shit. Uh, yeah, the Hitman Hearn. Yeah, I watched that. Hey, let's talk about the Hitman Hearns episode. I'm sorry to tell y'all this, right? I said there's a couple things I was supposed to tell. I was supposed to tell you my theory about why Florida's not a real, it's not part of the South. But let's talk about that Hitman Hearns episode. Gina's for the streets. Gina got Martin beat up. Are you talking sweet the Swedish chef? That's what he was? All right. Gina got Martin beat the fuck up because she rode back from the fight in the limo with Hitman Hearn. Eek the Cat was great. Eek the Cat and Bobby's World were two unappreciated shows that were great shows. Eek the Cat was great, right? I couldn't fuck with the Courage the Cowardly Dog, but Gina was for the street. She got Martin beat up. So, and then what would you say, right? And then she never dismissed the fact, right? Well, watch Netflix. Martin's on Netflix, Heidi. You could be part of black culture if you pay attention. Aqua Hunger Force was great. Rocco's Modern Life was cool till they brought it back on Netflix. Then they made it really weird. Cow and Chicken, Two Stupid Dogs. I think I would take Two Stupid Dogs over Cow and Chicken. Right? Um, let's see. Gina was for the streets though, right? Because when Martin had his CBC championship belt, right? And he was, talking to Hitman, he was talking about, oh, I'm trying to, talk to that little honey over there, whatever. And he's like, that's my guy. And he was like, we dismissed him and all that shit. And then he talked to her and found out that she rode back. Why did Gina ride back in the limo? Right? Why did Gina ride back in the limo with Tommy Hitman Hearn? Because she's for the streets. There's no reason. No, Ren and Stimpy was a great show. No reason we should have been watching Ren and Stimpy, or I should have been watching Ren and Stimpy as a child. That was definitely a lot of under the radar innuendo going. Yeah, there was a lot of shit going on in Ren and Stimpy that children should not have been watching and should not have been able to receive those little orange Nickelodeon tapes that contain that information. Oh, I need to finish doing that. But yeah, so that was an interesting situation. Animaniacs was cool. I fuck with Animaniacs. Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Don't Whistle. Oh my God. Don't Whiz on the Electric Fence might have been my favorite fucking Ren and Stimpy episode. It may have been. Like, like, don't whiz on the electric fence. That was the day Ren fucking had it. Bro, man, y'all don't. People are probably listening like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? Whiz on whatever fence I want. Don't whiz on the electric fence, right? Mm. Yeah. So, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Were they? I watched some of the Are You Afraid of the Dark. Goosebumps. I used to read the Goosebumps books. Goosebumps books. And when the episodes weren't like the books, you know, it just wasn't mm, just wasn't hitting for me like it was supposed to. But yeah, that's the motherfucker. If you didn't have you read all the Goosebumps, like you have to read them all in order and get all like shit. I missed that one. Any death. We got to hit the Scholastic School Fair. You know what I'm saying? Um, don't whiz on the electric fence. That's fucking funny. But yeah. So like I said, it's entertainment, and that's why I feel bad for the kids these days, right? Because there's gonna be certain things that they all share. Sporting events mainly because that's probably the only thing that everybody can necessarily identify with. Now with all these different demographics and sections and intersectionalities, and people watching this and that, and you got the internet to pick and choose your content, and you may be watching on this platform or that platform. There's not going to be those unified television show experiences like they used to be. You might catch a live event, some Grammys or some weird shit. But as far as just TV shows, like back in the day when you only had a few shows coming on TV, Tales from the Crypt. You won't have that recollection. Like how none of us, well, I won't say none of us know each other, but we all come from different backgrounds, different places, different locations within the U.S. And you can recall all of this shit. You can tie all this shit together. You remember all of these things, and it's a unified experience, right? The kids nowadays are not going to get that. They will not get that same experience because they don't have, yeah. Nostalgia is always great. But see, that's the thing. Because technically, I am a millennial. I don't want to do that. Uh, hmm, uh, I don't know what I'm looking at, but I don't like it. But yeah, so this is how I get distracted by shit because I'm looking for something else. But yeah, because since I'm technically a millennial, so we share these fucking these memories, right? Oh man, I think the biggest issue these days and the biggest problem is young teachers, right? Young teachers. Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation Heidi can't excel in. She just doesn't know what to do. She's still rocking, dusting the rubble off her shoes. Um, but yeah, like either the teachers nowadays they don't know the curriculum. They're not well defined in it. The subjects are all racist now. God damn it, where you at, food person? Right, I know. I'm officially gonna be old this year. I'm trying to be fresh like old buddy. I ain't fresh. That motherfucker got a deal. That, that motherfucker got a deal off I ain't fresh. Hey, look, hey, don't hate on that brute. I'm glad you mentioned that. I actually do not, right? I wear the most exotic of fragrances. Yeah. Cool Water's a timeless classic, right? Timeless classic, right? Well, Stetson. Um, yeah, Brute though. Brute was, whew, Brute was Brute. CK, I will still wear CK1. You know that there's a place that you can get these old fragrances for like cheap, right? You can order them online. Well, Grandpa was also a high-ranking member of the SS, so there's that. Out there smelling like Wiener Schnitzel. There's that. But yeah, teachers that they're envious of the kids. They try to be friends with the kids. They on the fucking social medias with the kids. Oh well, still doesn't change what I said. That's gonna take forever. But yeah, those classic fragrances are good. But it's a lot of good stuff. So I told y'all I've been watching the suit fashions, right? I've been slowly studying on that. But I've also started watching the different fragrances, right? And Heidi's kind of probably right about that. Because the only male prominent figures I'm seeing in that space is looking kind of questionable. But apparently there's this guy that's pretty big in the fashion world or the fragrance world named Jeremy Fragrance, right? And he looks like a Fabio person, but like skinnier. You know what I mean? And so it's some weird stuff going on, right? Because he has videos of him just walking down the street. And you see like the most regular looking, oh, it's him. It's like, how do you know this? Well, I guess now I know it because I've somehow stumbled across it. But it's really wild, like in America, that we can complain about stuff, but all you really have to do is find something you really, really enjoy and talk about it a lot, and it can be a job. Uh, yeah, but here's the thing: I don't think they saw it the same way, right? Like I think a lot of us. Let's pick it up now. I'm going to be honest. The guy who delivered the food yesterday and the guy who'll be delivering the food today have the same name, right? And I'll be honest. Today it's a white guy. He looks way more sketchy than the black guy who delivered it yesterday. So there's that. Uh, I heard a man say cologne lowers your testosterone, but he smelled like Marlboro. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, now you have to compensate. Maybe switch up the diet just a little bit to compensate for the fragrance. But I mean, it's a conversation starter. Honestly, that's what it is. So when it comes to meeting new women or whatever your thing may be, or even just having a conversation. Sometimes you probably, hey man, what's that smell? That's good fragrance. Yeah, it's a conversation starter, right? Because I wear a variety of different fragrances, and generally that's how it happens. Oh well, that smells really good. All right, thank you, bitch. Get out my face. You better learn how to address a pimp when you see one. Get on, bitch. You reckless eyeballing. But yeah, I think you just got to have your classic, a set of go tos. I don't. I try to do some different shit, right? Because somebody's put me on and educated me on parfums and eau de toilettes and all that shit, and kind of introduced me to some new fragrances. That's how I got introduced to some of the other stuff I was talking about the other day, and it's much different in other countries how they use fragrances versus in America, right? They are like in Japan, they like to use a lot of fruity shit, and they think that shit we wear fucking stinks. Like, yeah, toilet water. Uh, but they think that the shit that we do use fucking stinks, and they don't like it. So they said like that's why people like a lot of Americans will go to Japan and they'll sit down on a train or something like that, and the Japanese were like scoot away from them, right? And so yeah, a lot of there's a lot of shit that does smell. Everybody doesn't need a fragrance. I mean, everybody doesn't need a fragrance, but yeah, and so they find like a lot of people feel like they're offended because or they think that people are treating them a certain way because they have this fucking. That's what I say. It's good to know other customs and other cultures' customs when you go abroad, right? Or you go get broads. So you don't offend people, right? You don't make yourself crazy. But so I know now if I was ever after a Japanese woman, not to wear too much American cologne. People are wearing pheromones now. People have been wearing pheromones, but they just only sell them in the sex shop. I guess now people have made them mainstream. I believe that shit works. I believe it works somewhat. But not that shit that oh my god. See, and this is why I say bitches is nasty. Women are by far worse than men at everything. And when I'm saying like worse, I'm not talking about like in competition. They're just worse people. I seen that shit about the bitch who says that she basically wears her fucking coochie juice as perfume. And then like after fucking working out and shit. Like, I'm gonna be honest. That would be a cause for a fight, right? That would be a cause for a fight. So I don't know. That's just my own personal opinions. Let me make sure this motherfucker got the right shit because people act like they don't know. But yeah, that should be called for a fight like this. What's that? Oh, that smell good. What is that? Yes, coochie drip. Oh, y'all didn't see that. I gotta start. I gotta start doing the videos again. It's been an interesting week. So anyway, while we're sitting here talking, while we're engaged in conversation, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm doing a second den tonight. I got plans this weekend to get out and do some on the scene something somewhere, right? Where I don't know, but I plan to be on the scene doing something somewhere when I need to. And it's time for me to start elevating content. Two, if you are a user of TikTok, follow Didn't Show Live on TikTok, right? Make sure that's the right name. But follow Didn't Show Live on TikTok because I'm going to start doing some things on TikTok while it's still alive. Because I feel like TikTok is a platform where I can pull off a couple of things that I would like to do, right? That's why they were showing. I don't know my fucking activity status showing up. Because I'm going to do some lives on TikTok. I've been testing some things. And yeah, I feel like I can pull off some den conversations via TikTok. And if you're not following, if you are also a TikTok user, use Honcho HTX. Follow that nigga too. Because I think I'm gonna start doing some lives on TikTok and just engaging with whatever comes on screen. That sounds terrible. Whomever comes on screen, and seeing how that turns out, right? Because I have to start getting some new content. I have to start doing something a little bit different, right? And a variety, right? Because I don't want to do the same thing all the time. I don't want to sit here and talk you to death all the time. I want to, you know, we're going to do some things differently. Yeah, Brian Pumper comes. Yeah, we got to get out. You got to cancel the live. Is he still around? The Pumper dance. Y'all remember that? That's what motherfuckers basically doing now. Yeah, all these stupid new dances they doing. The fucking Pumper dance. What the fuck is that? Was the I hated that nigga. That nigga was such a fucking lie, bro. Yeah, niggas thought he was really. Oh, Noy Banks called hell for that shit. Oh, let me see. He caught hell for that shit. He caught fucking hell. And that fucking stupid. I hated it so fucking much. I hated it so much. Um, Give me a second. Make sure that motherfucker don't bring it to the wrong spot because people out here working. I don't trust them. They steal my foods. See that industry brothers case? Like he was like a weirdo, and I heard there's a lot of hoes that wasn't fucking with him because they just said like they didn't like him, right? There was a lot of complaints, a lot of complaints to HR. You know what I think is the craziest shit though? Yeah, what I think is the craziest shit is that Ron Jeremy is in jail, right? So the Chronicles of Red Pill Run-Ins. I don't even know what you're talking about. Um, like it's it's a fucking it to me because like come on man, you knew exactly who he was, you knew exactly what it was. Do I think that he did some dirty stuff? Yeah, but he recorded it all and on film, and people bought it, right? Yeah, and it's fucked up. It's fucked up because come on, man, the hoes love the hedgehog. I think it was just some I don't even say backdoor way. I just think he got fucked over. I don't know what, I don't even know the details of the case. I'm over here just saying shit like, yeah, he fucked him over, man. Yeah, he probably did some horrible shit. But bitches will fuck you over. They will do that. So, anyway, well, that's very unfortunate. I'm gonna start a campaign, free Ron Jeremy. You know what's super fucked up too, and this is why you guys have to have DVDs and shit. Oh, that website has all the fucking whatchamacallit. I might be able to go watch that old fucking episode of Dave Chappelle because there was the one episode where Dave Chappelle went to the internet and Ron Jeremy's in it, but after Ron Jeremy caught the case, they don't show it anymore. Just like the fucking blackface episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Those are the funniest fucking episodes of always. Really, really, damn. That's what I'm saying. Like motherfuckers just be going over the top. Like I get it if you did some fucked up shit. But you can't erase somebody's existence from history because that they like. Remember they were trying to give Hulk Hogan shit because he said nigga or some shit like that. I like Hulk Hogan more after he said nigga. Oh, Heidi, 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 Heidi. The Wire is one of the greatest written shows of all time. Right? The storytelling behind The Wire was magnifique. So there's that. Mm-mm. Booker T. Oh man, but see, he should have got a pass because he's kind of got like the right to say it. But yeah, so I'm planning on doing something different. I don't know. I don't know where, what, when, how, what type of questions I'm going to ask. But I plan on making different content. So again, make sure you're following on the other platforms. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's fucking funny. Everybody loves thugs, right? That's the problem. That's the problem with society is that too many motherfuckers love thugs. Too many people idolize thuggery, right? Which is super fucking weird. Like cop shows and thug shows. Is there not anything else going on in the world? I just started watching that little show Superstore. I like it so far. Lots of racism and it makes me feel good inside. right? Right. And I've never watched The Sopranos. I've never watched Sopranos. Like, and I never will because I know how it's gonna end, and I don't like that. Right? Like, I don't like now. There's no reason for me to get all the intricate details of everything in between, um, of everything in between that's been going on. There's no open ended. It ended. I don't want to hear it. No such thing. Sounds like lazy writing to me. Other people were like beating their TVs and shit, thinking that shit broke because the fucking show just fucked off at the end. That's called lazy. If you don't give me an ending to your story, it may be good for some people. I need a conclusion. Um, Without that, I mean, what did you write the story for? Huh? What did you write this story for? I'm not gonna do it. I'll say I'm gonna do it. But I'm not even gonna lie to y'all about Japan. I'm not gonna do it. It ain't gonna happen. Um, because it was like, and if I'm not mistaken, then they say like the motherfuckers actually were getting leaked from somebody. They were getting who was actually involved in some things. So some of the storylines were basically following shit because they had some inside information on some shit. So anywho, did they really write it? Or did they just copy what was happening? Let's not say that. That's not very asshole. Uh, but yeah. I don't know how we went from earthquakes to TV shows, but that's cool. That's cool. It's you and that kind of thing. So for whatever reason, I have two right shoes, and I don't know where the other one is that I need to get up out of here. So just a second, one moment. Undercover project. What's the motherfucking deal? I'm trying to see where we are. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna watch Sopranos. I'm not gonna. I didn't. I never watched. There's a lot of mainstream movies. I never watched that fucking Avatar. Right. Never gonna watch it. Not gonna do it. It's another big movie, but you gotta watch this. You gotta watch it. See, last movie I did that with was fucking Titanic. The last movie I did that with was Titanic, and fucking everybody, it's such a good movie. You gotta watch Titanic. It was like the longest, not that great movie of my life. Right? Super long, not really good, overrated. All right, yeah. Give me just one second. Uh, Maybe right here. I'm gonna put the music on. Do that. Take this little thing off. Put the music on. Oh, excuse me. All right. So, my apologies. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. So, both of the food carriers were named William. White William was much sketchier than Black William. I am prejudiced. I'm gonna lie. If y'all heard all the shit I gave Black William last night. Uh, Turned out to be an upstanding young man. They were to get into a scrap. White William would definitely take it out. White William's been to more concerts and had way more life than young Black William. So, all right, that's a good question. So, there are movies that you say that there are movies, if you're black, you gotta see these movies. But what would you say are movies that you have to have seen as an American? I say that deliberately to be prejudiced against some of the non-Americans in here. But as an American, what movie would you say you have to have seen? Otherwise, you would be surprised if someone told you they hadn't seen it. Fucking garlic naan is the shit. I don't think it's garlic. It might be butter naan. Casablanca. Okay, I'm thinking about Gone with the Wind. I'm about to say, frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn. What is a movie that you have to have seen as an American? Or if somebody told you that they had never saw that movie, you would be appalled. You would be surprised. Oh, yeah. I definitely agree that the television program, that's why you have to have a disconnect. And that's why I say I'm really glad I grew up those with it. So, like, even though I've seen a bunch of shit, I view shit way differently. That's why I think my emotions are a little, like, fucked off. Because I don't respond to like shit. So, like, I never used to celebrate birthdays and shit. As I got older, I encountered people who just, whatever. They give me things for my birthday. And I don't know. It would be weird because I guess I didn't respond accordingly. Like, I'm super appreciative. I really mean like, my style, I'm all bubbling inside and shit. My phone would be just kind of like, all right, cool. Appreciate it. Thank you. And then, people think I'm not. But it's just like, I guess I don't know how you're supposed to respond to gifts. All right. And so, yeah. And people think I'm really weird about that. I'm just like, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't do the, like, I guess, like, I don't know if that's, like, supposed to be a real response. Like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm not guessing. Like, I don't, like, don't ruin the surprise for me. People like, oh, I want to tell you so bad. Like, I've seen people get really, really eager to give a gift. And I understand that it's their feelings that, they're excited thinking about you. And so they want to see your reaction. I can't wait till I put something in the life of this person that I care about. And I can't wait to see how they are when they receive it. And then I'll be the old party pooper. I'd be like, cool, appreciate it. All right. And I really do like it. I really do appreciate it. I just don't, I guess I just don't over respond. And I don't know, like, is that a real thing? Uh, when people, Top Gun was great. I need to watch the second Top Gun. Now, I didn't watch Top Gun for a long time. Maybe up until, shit, it might have been 21, 22. Might have been late 2020, maybe. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. It might have been late 2020. It might have been. It might have been late 2020, but it was a great fucking. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, even though it's politicized, but it's not politicized. You know, the American Army or Air Force. It's still a fucking great fucking movie, right? It's just you got your little love interest, you got your bad boy doing the right thing. What does Tom Cruise rank? Navy, Air Force, whatever. Never seen The Godfather. Never seen The Godfather. I've caught some flack for that one, right? I know little Godfather references. I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. I know the horse in the bed, right? I know. Fuck, I forgot who was the rat. Fredo. Never seen it. Never seen The Godfather. Right? Now, is this something I need to follow up on? The Rat is part two. I've never seen The Godfather. Cause like here's my deal, man. Like when I see something, especially when it says it's really really long, and it's like a couple of hours. In my mind, I'm like, I can't allocate the time to do that because I have 1,000 other things that I would rather do in that time span. That's funny. I've seen Casino. It was good. I really like Casino. It was a very good movie. But everybody can't trust none of them. I'm a garbage man. All right. Let me be honest. This shit is fucking good and spicy. And but very tasty, right? Is there a negative stigma on Indian food other than like the curry? I don't. I don't. I don't hear too many people talking too negative. Maybe I'm not in the right circles. Like I fell off a truck. Yeah, sometimes shit falls off a truck, right? This shit is delicious. It's always best when it's hot. So y'all pardon me for being really, really rude. But this is what we're gonna do because it is almost that time. Oh, no, I definitely concur with that. All right, we got about 6 minutes. So those of you who like to engage in conversation within the Discord, I implore you to hit the link I'm about to share here in just a second. We can continue the conversation up. I'm actually getting the chat this time. Yesterday, after the stream, there was a very good conversation about rap music. There was a very, very good conversation about rap music. I was over there ear hustling. Shout out to J Mel. Shout out to Shannon. Shout out to Illusion. Broderick was there. He didn't really contribute anything to the conversation. Shout out to Let's Talk About It. Um, and it was a real good conversation on rap music. Then it got into a very good conversation of some religious interpretations of things. And it remained very civil. So I thought that was what's up. But there are good conversations. So instead of me just always up here talking crazy, whenever you do join the den, if you decide to join the Discord, check out the voice chat. This is it's fucking great. All right. Um. They've been doing McMill terribly. Just terrible. This is the type of shit that knocks your fucking sinuses loose. Whew. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Bob. One day. So again, if I don't see you then, folk, for the rest of the weekend, just know I'm putting in work. I'm still debating on the secondary then this evening, and then we'll see what's happening with the sauce. But more than likely, we'll be in the sauce and talking shit. So, right? Sorry to hear that, Heidi. But most of them gonna be walking zombies anyway. I got a question. Y'all ever watch these shows, right? And these little videos, and motherfuckers will do something to a stranger, and then when a motherfucker get mad, they'll start hollering, "It's a prank! It's a prank! It's a prank!" When is a prank not a prank? Or when is a prank? I mean, any foot I'm on toilet motion, I feel like mine. It is. It's activating. Illusion. What's the motherfucking deal? Yeah. So like I said, it's about that time. We got about 3 minutes. Yeah, I was definitely clearing the signs now. I've eaten a very spicy piece of chicken. Um, that's delicious. Oh, at work. But here's the thing, like you see the move, you see these videos. Like I seen one. They always do that shit on the fucking escalator, right? This is why you got to stay in shape. You never know when you want to punch a pranker. And they'll do some shit like say a dude will be with his chick, and they'll like rubber arm on the way. Like they'll be going up, another couple be on the way down. Right? I've seen him do it to the dude too. And the motherfucker will run down the damn escalator chase, and they'll be running up. And every now and then they'll catch their ass, and as soon as they catch their ass and pin them up against the wall, there's, oh, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm still going to end up beating your ass because it's still the same outcome, prank or not. You know what I mean? Prank or not, it's the same outcome. Like, the disrespect's already been done. Now, just in the back end, you don't want to suffer the consequences for it. You know, it doesn't make it a prank, in my opinion. Prankers can go suck an egg. Speaking of Ren and Stimpy, happy, happy, joy, joy. You know, when it looks like baby shit you grab with the fluffy tortilla. That's my whole deal. Like, I don't understand. Like the kids, they feel like I can just say this and get one. Back in the day when you used to have like good prankers, it used to be shows like what was that? What was that one? Or the Candid Camera, or you had Tom Green used to do some goofy shit. What was it? Hits from the Street. Like either you knew it was some kind of goofy shit outright, and you was like, what the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker? Or it wasn't some shit where a motherfucker just got all touchy feely and disrespectful with you. Yeah, fucking what was that shit? Prank? Was it called pranks? It was called prank time. Prank anchors and the Hardy Boys, shit like that. Yeah, I don't get tickled. Grown ass man. Well, I look like being ticklish. But and even pranked took it to some extremes, right? But it was to the point where it was so funny because you elicited a reaction out of somebody because they thought they were in a real situation. Like you didn't just come up and do something stupid and then run off. Tell me it's a prank. It's a prank. Like it's. They probably got shout out to Miss K Grace. What? God damn, what's all going on? Um, but here's the deal. Like I said, we're gonna slide into the Discord, chop it up for a little bit, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. People sending me terrible stuff. Uh, the Jerky Boys, y'all said the fucking Hardy Boys, didn't they? Yeah, they did the opposite of pranking. Well, depending on which one you're referencing, they either did some flipping or they did some investigating. But yeah, like shit like that. That's funny. Like if you can use your voice, especially like motherfuckers who can get motherfuckers riled up over the phone, those are some of the funniest people. Like you just get them up like now you can say some crazy shit or they'll set up a scenario and you just listen and you can tell like how do you not realize this ain't a real deal? And motherfuckers, I remember the one. It was a dude. I think his chick had just got pregnant, was a white guy, and they called like as a black guy, saying that he got her pregnant. And he went, oh, like he wanted to, like he said everything, but it what he never said anything racist. But it was just like it almost like he wanted to, and I wanted him to. I'm like, God, if this was a real situation, it's definitely where you let him fly. You know what I'm saying? but but there's that. All right, the little gay Puerto Rican person. I don't think I've seen him. You know, Heidi's drunk. She's drunk on power. Her people are coming back into play, and she's ready to lead. The agent. Yeah, you might be right. Let me get out of here. Let me get into the Discord again. I'm fucking any food burning my ass up, but I can't stop eating it. I love each and every one of y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I thank you for being here. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to pick a little bit. Oh, that nah hell no, y'all. I think I saw somebody down there whoop his ass. But that moaning shit, fuck that. Um, but I appreciate y'all. And again, as always, it is my honor. It is my privilege, but more than anything, it truly is my pleasure to get to chop it up with all you lovely folks. Did I put the Discord link in there? It's up there. All right. Y'all know the saying, beat me there, don't meet me there. Been in the Discord for a little while. Excuse me while I get prepared for spilling some sauce this evening. Good afternoon to you all.